Welcome in, Greg Ruff and Ryan Schmalz with you, talking baseball. The home opener is tomorrow, and we're here at the basketball games, but it's cold outside, right?
Man, I know it's always fun to talk about baseball in the middle of February, but the weather is not really, especially today. It's probably 28 degrees out there. It's not cooperating with us, so hopefully it'll be better on the weekend.
This means a whole different thing to me now because my kids are playing, and they have their first practices on Saturday, and they were actually going to have their practices at night, and they moved into the day. But you guys have the ability now to play at night, but I don't think you really want to right now.
Yeah, not yet. We'll start playing night games when the weather allows us to, but I think tomorrow the high is going to be low 40s. So at night it'll probably be mid 20s. So we definitely want to get it in when the sun's up.
Both teams are going to have to play in this. You're both excited. Early season. This time of year, it's not as bad playing in the cold. It's when it get that cold snap in March that maybe plays with your heads a little bit more than right now, doesn't it?
Yeah, it is what it is. Both, like you said, both teams playing it. Both teams are used to playing in it. And we practice in it every day. There's been very few days when we've taken off because it's too cold, and it won't be an issue. It's not something we're even going to talk about, and I'm sure Maryville won't either. It's just kind of the way it is, and you're right. When it's warmed up, and then all of a sudden you get a really cold day, then it's a little bit more of an issue because you're not as acclimated to it. But it shouldn't be too big of a deal.
Kyle Poole, who played ball here, and he's a pastor in Georgia over there, was at your game with USC Aiken, the first game, and he said that was one of the best baseball games he's ever been to.
It was a great game, and it was just a great college baseball game to be a part of. I think in the 6th or 7th inning, I looked at Luke, my assistant, and said, "Man, this is just a great game." It's one of those when you hate to see somebody lose, and unfortunately we came up short in that game. But it was well played, no errors. Either team made an error, and it was just well pitched, timely hitting, and exciting. There's some energy in the ballpark, and unfortunately we came up in the short end, but it's still a good experience for our guys and good to play a good team.
What did you guys get out of that 3-game series down there with Aiken and then heading into the home opener this week?
Well, we got a lot of work to do. I think it's the first thing that came to mind, and we got some rust to shake off, and the biggest thing was getting some experience against one of the better teams in the entire country, I think, and USC Aiken was a very good team, and playing somebody else, besides inter squads, and just the game situation, the speed of the game, the playing under a little bit more pressure with people watching, just how we manage the emotions and the pressure and those type of game situations that you can't really practice as much as you would like to, and it just shows up in a game.
It's a 3-game sampling, so it really there's a lot more meat on the bone this year. But Hunter Newman gets Player of the Week in the conference with just a great start. I talked to him the other day, and he didn't get off to a great start last year. It wasn't bad, but not like this. And that he did a lot of work this summer, and he really is primed in his junior year to have a great season.
He was. Last year he was coming off of a wrist injury and kind of set him back from the previous summer. Him being healthy, I think, has really helped. Him being an incredible worker has really helped also. He's just a guy who's always in the cages and works his tail off and takes a lot of pride in the way he plays the game. And he had a great weekend, well-deserved Player of the Week. It was very impressive.
Anybody else that you saw there that really impressed you over the week?
I think Tyler Tishner played really well, and Zach Tompkins is a guy who he caught 2 of the games behind the plate, and he did a terrific job. He's a very good defensive catcher, and he stood out to me. On the mound, Mike Purcell had a tremendous start. We're keeping his pitch count down a little bit right now, but a couple guys did a good job out of the bullpen. Jared Jones did a really good job for us out of the pen, and some other guys played well too, but those are a handful of bright spots that really jumped off the page at me.
Well, we hope that a lot of folks, there's going to be a lot of activity going on here on the Hill over the weekend. I hope some folks get out and watch you guys play on the Friday and Saturday.
Well, I sure hope so. Thanks a lot, Greg.
All right, that's Ryan Schmalz. We'll be back with more here on the pregame on the Trojan Sports Network.